You in the back, pay attention. Whoa. Thank you for the raid, Dev Dad. I'm running late. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. The captain will be back. Hang on, everybody. Captain Coder. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Captain Coder's almost ready. Almost ready. Don't go anywhere. Slow down. Slow down. Stay right there. You in the back, pay attention. Oh, Dev Dad.
Dopamine.
Oh, Dev Dad.
Fix.
Thank you for the dopamine. Dev Dad, thank you for the raid. We got Fiaro Taufu 0815 following the Captain Coder this morning. Pharaoh Tauf. Thank you for the follow today. And we've got Dormammu. I'd like to welcome you to the crew today. Dormammu. Thank you for following me today. And we got Adrian T. Do AV. Adrian, welcome to the family. Oh, Dormammu and Adrian. Thank you for following me. We also got Digital Hydra. And Chronex Dev are following me now. Digital Hydra and Chronex Dev, thank you. Oh yeah, thank you for following, and I hope you enjoy your stay today. Thank you for following. Now I'm gonna go get my coffee. Hang tight, everybody. I'll be back.
Stream is starting. Captain Coder at the helm. Bean water is ready. Today we will learn a lot. He loves the questions, he loves to sing. Join our Discord, follow him.
Oh, I almost made it. I got my coffee. I spilled it all over, but that's okay. That's the hallway's problem now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. Thank you so much for being here on this beautiful Monday. Oh no, it's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you have a beautiful day. We got the whole crew here. Holy canola, there's so many people. Dev Dad, if you got a raid and run, no problem, my friend. Thank you so much for bringing them in here. Thank you so much for bringing the crew. If you guys aren't new, sorry, I'm so not ready today. My whole setup's not ready to go. But it's so wonderful to have all you beautiful people here on this beautiful day for this beautiful stream on this beautiful Tuesday. It's a huge morning, everybody. Any day I can wake up and code is a beautiful day, and today is no different. Did I miss any hat redeems? That's my biggest question here. I'm sure if we got any hat redeems, someone let me know. Holy cannoli, that's a new one for me. I always go with holy guacamole. Chronex Dev, I'm glad you're here with us. We had one hat redeem. I'm so sorry I missed it. I was so distracted. Thank you for the hat redeem. Let's get a hat added to the stack. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your pat, Corfless. Thank you for the pat. Thank you for the redeem. If you redeemed a hat and I missed it, let me know. Now's your chance to line to the captain, of course. We're all on the honor system here. 3 Key Girl, thank you for your team. Oh no. Why'd I have to remind people of the redeem? Now they're gonna get crazy. Thank you for the hat. Thank you for the hat, everybody. If you don't know who I am, if you don't know me, you don't know me. I'm Captain Coder. Captain Coder is me. Me is Captain Coder. If I missed anyone following, also please let me know. It's so wonderful to have you here. Hero Fox says I redeemed 3. Yeah, nice try, Hero Fox. I know better than that. Look, Captain Coder's a simple person. It's Captain Coder's simple, but I'm not that simple. You can boozle me, but you can't bamboozle me. Is there a unhat redeem? Yeah, we've been talking about maybe adding in a hat pop there. But it's so great to have all you beautiful people here on this beautiful morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. So many people I want to say good morning to. Is there a show us all your board games? There is a board game redeem. Folks. So as many of you may or may not know, Captain Coder is not an affiliate, is not a partner. I probably should stop saying that because people keep saying, when are you going to become an affiliate? When are you going to become a partner? Congratulations on number 15, SJB. So we do have some things you can redeem. One of what you just got to scroll down. Look, there's no points button here because I'm an atypical streamer. I'm not a normal streamer. You got to scroll down just a little bit to find those points. And we got the board game redeem for a measly 3,000 points. You can I'll show off a board game. If you want to see all the board game, it's going to be like 3 million points, but that's okay. Maybe someday you'll get there. Look, I only have a few board games. So it's not that many. Thank you for the hay. I only have a couple board games back here to show off. But maybe someday we'll see them all. Pooh Stack, thank you for the hat redeem. Let's add a hat to the stack. Here. Thank you so much for the hat redeem. There we go. Beautiful. That's a beautiful 3-key girl with the board game redeem. All right. Let me clean my desk here just off a second. We're going to do a board game redeem. 3-key girl, do you see a game in the back? $3,000. Those are rookie numbers. It's like $17 worth of board games back there. You can pick. All right, I'm going to give you 3 options. That's typically what I do when we get a board game redeem. All right, we have, let's see, 3 games here. Let's say here. All right, I'll try, hang on, folks. I got to pull my shorts up here because last time something terrible happened. So prepare yourselves for the worst, but hope for the best, but be prepared for the worst. All right, I think we're okay though this time. All right, so game option number 1 is the the epic 4X Explore, Exploit, Exchange, and one other thing. Eclipse the board game. Pretty epic space exploration board game. We also have, let's see, something simpler. Res Arcana. A card game for up to 4 people, I believe. Pretty good game. And then I have a brewski and play some board game with you. Oh, that would be fun. I think I would enjoy that greatly. Let's go with the last one here is a all right. So this Fog of Love. This is a 2-player role-playing game where you go on a date with a person. So a romantic comedy of a board game. So imagine a romantic comedy turned into a board game. Fog of Love? Okay, we're going to take a look at Fog of Love. Do you have Go, the old game with the black and white stones? Probably have a Go board somewhere in the other room. I thought I'd be able to fit all my board games in here. Turns out I was wrong. I suppose if I packed them in tightly, I could. But let's go ahead and get this set back over here. All right, I'm going to put these things back on the shelf. All right, hopefully the moon did not make an appearance yet. All right, let me know if I need to add in a cue for the hat redeem so I can hear the hat redeems. Give me a second here. So we're going to look at... My mouse is gone. Oh, there it is. All right. My mouse was gone for a second. It's great to see everybody here. Unity Coder, Redmark, Captain Enosa. Wonderful to have you here. Chex Party is here. Chex Party, I hope you're doing well. Chex Party in the house. Hyper, Chronex Dev, thank you for being here. Digital Hydra, Dramel. So many beautiful people. The cat ate the mouse for a second. Yeah, I had there's so many things happening so quickly this morning. We're off to a great start. Let me take a sip of this decaf coffee to get me going. Jax, it's been so much fun streaming. I'm excited about it. I'm so unprepared this morning. I stayed up too late. All right, so we're going to switch to our document cam here. Hang tight. Document cam. Fast chat. Welcome back to the stream. There's the doc cam. All right, Fog of Love. Fog of Love. Let's see if we can get in here. A romantic comedy as a board game. So this is a board game for 2 people. Exactly 2 people to play this one. It's fantastic. Cannot recommend it enough. This is a great game to play with a significant other. You don't have to play with a significant other, but I have found playing it with my girlfriend to be very, very fun. It's relatively simple game. You are on a date. The board is going to be too big. The board is going to be too big. Hey, was just about to go live. Want to drop by and say have a great stream. Thanks, Risky Biscuit Games, for popping in. Great to have you. All right. Let me see if I can explain it relatively quickly. All right, this board's too big to show up on the document cam, so we're going to switch back just for a second. So you have a board like this. You have this board. It's sort of symmetric. So one person has their personality. Each player has an occupation, character traits, and some other stuff. You're trying to figure out what your destiny is. So each person has a goal of being sincerity. So you can be an honest person, you can be a deceitful person, you can be a gentle person, you can be a rough person. Sensitivity, extroversion, curiosity, discipline. So these are the different spectrums of what you can be as a person. So a gentle person might be gentle, cooperative, forgiving, or rough, antagonistic, and stubborn. And depending on what your partner is, so you might actually be trying to be the rough, antagonistic person. That might be your destiny. So at the start of the game, you figure out what your destiny is. And your goal in the relationship is to make the relationship work for you. And you get some bonus points if your relationship works with others. So you might be impulsive. You might end up with the impulsive trait. Okay, so the impulsive trait says acting without foresight, following spontaneous desires or whims. And you're trying as a group, it's hard to see this here, you're trying as a couple to have a shared balance in this particular trait. Let's go with another one. Macho. Aggressive. Pride is one's masculine qualities, being overly assertive, dominant. So you're trying to acquire these, and it's played in 3 acts. So you have these different traits you're trying to satisfy. It's played in 3 acts. And so you might end up with these random events that sort of come up. So one of the versions of the game is a high school sweetheart. So in the high school sweetheart, you have some special rules on how it's set up. And then each person on your turn, these cards will get played, and there'll be some events, and then you both have to choose how you would handle this event. So ever since high school, you were a lovely couple in high school. Everybody thought you were a perfect match. As you see it, did you break up at all, even for a short time? And then you both choose A, B, or C. And you secretly make your decision using these chips. You place them face down, and you reveal them at the same time. And then based on how you responded to these, so you're supposed to respond like your character would, not like you would. The way your character would respond, based on how well you match each other or don't match each other, you get points towards your love meter. Okay? Some of these things get a little bit risky. These are some of the better ones. These are the main plot points in the story. And so you have these cards coming out. Here are an example of some drama cards. 2 separate parts. It seems like we're going to 2 separate parties tonight. I hope you have fun. And then you put down which one of these options you want. You get points in one of these categories based on which one you pick, and so you're trying to satisfy your goal. But if you both don't match, or different things happen that might match or not match, you might get some minus love there. You're trying to be a great couple, but satisfy your needs. Not everyone is the same, so your needs could be very different than someone else's needs. And so this game is super fun. It's like going on a little date where you role play as a different person. You role play as a different person. Absolutely
Seems
fun
good.
little board game. I highly recommend it. I've had a ton of fun playing this one. Apparently this box exploded open at some point. 3 Key Girl, thank you so much for the board game redeem. Fog of Love. It's not that complex of a game. Kiss someone just for the lulz. That could be a personality trait. That could be a personality trait, Dramos. Depends on what you get. One of the expansions for this game, it's hilarious. one person is a human, the other person is like an alien from another planet, and you don't realize which one's the alien. So it's really interesting little game there. That expansion is really fun to play, where it's like a human dating an alien, but you're not sure if you're the alien or if the other person is the alien. You don't find out till the end. It's just like some awkward. If you like a funny game, if you think romantic comedies are funny, sounds like normal dating checks party. Too soon, too real. I can't get this to fit back in the box. You guys are a riot, man. You guys are hilarious. 3 Key Girl, I hope. Thank you again for the boardroom redeem. Highly recommend this board game for 2 people. 2 people. A lot of games, if you want, this game is meant, I think this game is, yeah, I wouldn't play this with your best friend. Maybe I wouldn't play it with my best friend. Great game to play with a significant other. Maybe I'll bust this out on Valentine's Day. Maybe we'll bust this out on Valentine's Day. I don't know, we're not much of Valentine's Day people. Our friend anniversary just passed. Marshall, thank you for the hat redeem. Let's add a hat to the stack here. All right, everybody. What are we doing today? Thank you guys so much for being here. Fast Chat, Risky Biscuit, Lil Nya, great to see you here. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Let's pop in. What are we doing today? What are we doing? Date with Twitch chat. We need a Twitch chat. Twitch dates. Got to come in with a hat as always. Marshall, I appreciate it. Keeps my head cool. Thank you for the first. Congratulations on number 18. There we go. What are we working on? We are working on our Pac-Man inspired game, Capman. We're working on our Pac-Man inspired game. I'm all zoomed out because I'm not in streamer mode. Let me show you what we got so far. So I added in, we had a basic stuff. Let me show you all the stuff we got here. Let's see. Come on, launch for me. Come on. We got basic. We've got basic AI guys here. We got the Baldies walking around. They don't destroy the Pac-Man yet. They just randomly wander about. When they reach an intersection. They randomly choose a direction to move that is not the reverse direction from whence they came. There's a few things that are interesting here. If we go and we look at the Pac-Man rows, those sussy eyes though, yeah, they're looking. They're searching for the cap. They want that cap for themselves. What am I doing here? Hang on, I have it bookmarked over here. The Blinkish roams around, yeah, so I spent some time off stream doing some refactors. Which I feel really good about. There's room for improvement still. One thing that's interesting that I'm not 100% sure. Michael, welcome to the stream, my friend. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a beautiful day. We are working on a Pac-Man inspired game. It's not a Pac-Man clone, it's a Pac-Man inspired game. One thing that's interesting is this document sort of describes how the ghosts don't actually end up in these spots, I think is what it is. Mike, Sydney, welcome to the stream. Sydney, thank you for following me. Today we got Sydney. Oh, Sydney, welcome to the crew. Sydney, thank you for the follow. Happy to have you here. So one thing, I wanted to go play. Oh, I didn't mean to record my stream there. I wanted to go play. This is Zoom It. Good question. So there's a program called Zoom It. It's built into Windows Sys internals. And I'm using this tool to draw the arrows. So Zoom It's a fantastic tool. You can draw arrows. You can write text. If you want to, you can make the screen black and then draw on it. You can make the screen, what is it, W? You can make the screen white. You can switch to blue. You can switch to purple. You can do all kinds of stuff. You can draw arrows. You can draw circles. You can draw. It does it all. It does all the things that you need. Yeah, Zoom. It's part of sysinternals. What was I saying? Oh, I wanted to go play. Let's go to freepacman.org. I need to install my ad blocker. Oh, did I get ad blocker working here? Okay. I wanted to see if it's true that once the ghosts are out, there's rules for when the ghosts leave the little thing. Blinky is a nuisance, it turns out. The red guy is a nuisance. No, they turned right there. In the little thing I was reading, it was sort of saying how they don't turn. Although this might not be the original Pac-Man rules. Let's see if we can go eat some ghosts. The rules are really interesting for the ghost behavior. So we're not gonna make the exact ghost behavior, but we are going to add in our own. We might implement them, but the ghost in my game, I want to be a little bit different. Okay. So the way the AI is working right now, it's an exciting game. It really is. Let's look at some of the refactors I did. The biggest refactor, as you may recall from the previous version of this, was that I had a structure called position, and it originally had row and column and was integer based. And it was causing me to write all this crazy problems. So we've gotten rid of, the refactor was huge. Got rid of all the rows, all the columns. I've replaced that with a tile. And the tile has an X and Y that is, I'm trying to come up with a good name for this one. I couldn't come up with the best name. Tile seems pretty good. Cell might have been another alternative, but this is a discrete position. So we're using this to describe the discrete positions on the board itself. So these are discrete positions on the board. We can step between these positions pretty easily, but we can convert them to a double version of the position as well. But the idea here is that the board itself, excuse me, the board itself is divided into discrete squares that can hold a single thing. And then the Pac-Man, the ghost, move on top of that board, but adhere to the rules underneath it. SJB asked, are you using any build system generator like CMake for C++ for your C# project? Probably needed for distributed software in case to prevent the works on my shipping problem anywhere. But I am curious. So .NET, the program .NET is sort of the build system here. So .NET does a lot of the work for you. So, and then that calls stuff, and you use the CS project files to specify what your target frameworks are. So .NET 8 is basically something that can compile to anything that runs it. The ASCII look at that. Look. So the plan here, Chronex, SJB. So I'm using the .NET's build system. .NET has a build system using the .NET tool so you'll notice I have several different projects here like this. And so it's kind of like a CMake file, but this file you don't explicitly write. But it does keep track of that information for you. For example, in our Raylib version, there are things inside of this, where are you? This one here that say how we're supposed to include stuff. So these are assets that need to get packaged with the game. And so this includes how they're packaged. So it's not a CMake, but it's a tool for how you distribute it. We're referencing this library, so it knows it needs to pull that down to include it. It knows it's referencing this project, which is local, so it doesn't have to pull it, but it needs to pull in the binaries that are generated from that one to be able to use it. Yeah. Chronex, I'm having so much fun with it. The plan with this is we're implementing what I'm calling an agnostic, you might call it a headless version, an agnostic version of Pac-Man here. And we're using Raylib to render it, but the plan is once we finish this, we'll be able to port it to a bunch of different places. So I'm going to port it to WebGL. I'm going to port it. So it's in Raylib. I'm going to make a console version. So I want to be able to display it in a terminal and have it moving around. I want to do a WebGL version. I want to do a Unity version. I'm going to do a Godot version. You're welcome. Yeah, so the plan is we're going to turn it into a terminal-based game. We did, to give you an example of what we've done in the past, let me show you our last project here. We did this with our chess project. We did it with a Minesweeper at one point. Chess Puzzler, let me open up the Chess Puzzler here. So this Chess Puzzler, we wrote an agnostic version of the Chess Puzzler, and then we have a bunch of different versions of it. So for example, I can run it in the console here. So this is really cool. So we have this single player chess puzzle game. Come on, build. It's building. Give it a second. So we have this console chess game here. Oh, hang on, let it reload. There it goes. All right, so we have this console chess game. So in this game, you're trying to capture all these pieces. You have a bunch of different puzzles that you can play. This one's a little trickier. So this is in the console. Okay, so the cool thing is we implemented this in a way that it's really easy to, so we have this console version using all the same code. We also have this Raylib version. So the Raylib becomes the display. So now we also have this graphical version. It's using all the same code for the logic, for controlling it underneath. You just write a little bit of code on top for the controller. So we wrote a Raylib version. We wrote a Unity version. Let's see, do I have a command for Chess Puzzler? I don't. I should add that in there. We have a Unity version as well. And I'm doing the same thing with our Pac-Man game, or I'm trying to do the same thing with Pac-Man. So we have a WebGL version of it. Sorry, a Unity version of it. So this version, again, all the same C# code is being reused. We actually packaged it into a DLL and we're referencing it as a library. And so it has Unity here. We did a Godot version. The Godot version is on my system. I don't have it deployed anywhere. It's true. Chesspuzzler.captaincoder.org. Is this where I put it? Let's see if we can find it. Chess Puzzler. Is it just chess.captaincoder.org? There's a I don't know where I put it now. Oh, is it, do I need to do https:// Chess Puzzler. That said, we made a web version. We did a bunch of different versions of it. And so we're gonna do the same thing with our Catman game here. We have a Haver 191 Alvatina. I'm gonna go with Alvatina. Thank you for following me today. We also got Noisome. Thank you for following me today. Noisome, welcome to the crew. Javasaurus X, it's great to see you. Vinci, it's great to see you. Javasaurus X Captain, I saw a hat that really made me think about you. It's a real captain's hat, the one captain. Are you saying that, look, are you saying this is not a real captain's hat? These are all captain's hats. Your hat reminds me of Recursion. It's a Stacks recursively implemented. Almost bought it, and then I realized it cost me an arm and a leg to ship it to you. Yeah, people, some people have wanted me to set up a place where you guys can ship the hats. It turns out it cost me quite a bit to receive them without giving away my physical address. Look, I am the anchor. I'm holding us all down. Ha! I'm just kidding. But yeah, I hope you're having a beautiful day. How's the game jam going, Javasaurus X? Have you figured out how's your game? You doing? Did you decide to go with the toilet game? I think you're talking about. Redston 4D. It's not Redston 3D. You've got 4 dimensions and you're great. Redston, welcome to the stream. It's going great. Every door is a small Among Us style puzzle. My son actually threw the idea up in the air. Very nice. Very nice. All right. All right. So that's where we're at. Let's get this back. Oh, this is our chest puzzler. Let's come back to our project here. So I did a big refactor. refactor. The biggest one was going through and refactoring out all of these. I had these 2 things were very. There's a bunch of places where there's a parameter XY being passed in, or a tuple, and so I've created a position class that has our double X and Y. And then we can translate all the code for manipulating this is built in here. And our tile here has an X and a Y. And this is the discrete position on the board. I'm doing absolutely wonderful, Redston. Thank you so much for asking. There's a tribute toilet stall door as well. I couldn't believe my plan B idea. Wow. That not bad. You know, who wants to do that? You know, you do what you do, and you get what you get, and you don't get upset. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They know what I mean. All right. That bean water is good, even though it's decaf. That bean water is good, folks. Bean water is still delicious, tasty. So what do I want to work on today? What do I want to work on today? I would like to start figuring out how I want to write my AI. What are the behaviors that I want from my AI? Smab, it's great to see you. The Devil's Drink decaf. Redston, I'm trying to take care of I got too addicted to caffeine. Saturdays are my caffeinated days now. Smab, I did a refactor. Look, check it out, Smab. I was just telling these beautiful people about this refactor I did. Check this out. There's no rows and columns anymore. There's no rows and columns. We got tile. I don't like this name completely, but it's doing for now. But I got rid of all my XY tuples. I got rid of all my row columns. Everything's X and Y. This was a major overhaul here. Not much. I'm doing another refactor at the moment. Gotcha. Have you pulled since last night? Or I guess it might, I don't know what time it would have been for you, but have you pulled would be a question. But I tried to do some stuff in here to clean it up quite a bit. In my board here, I haven't quite finished all of this stuff, but I'm refactoring my code, but I have pulled yours. Okay. I just wanted to make sure because it changed. I changed like everything. I changed just about everything. Maybe ready for Saturday. Awesome. You're doing a refactor to your project. Gotcha. Sorry, I know you've been contributing to this. Anyway, awesome. I'm excited. I feel this code is much more readable. I wrote tests for it. There's a lot of unit tests that I added. I've been doing this thing, Smab, so I'm really happy. Thank you so much for your refactors. And so now using these wins in a handful of places where I felt it was appropriate to do so. I feel like this is really cleaned up. And we now have wandering AI. So I have an AI. They don't kill the Catman if they touch them, but these guys, when they reach an intersection, they make a random decision about where to go, and they don't reverse. Lance, welcome back to the stream. Did you happen to get the extra hat from the end of that last stream? I don't think so. I think I must have missed that. But welcome back. Glad to have you here. Congratulations on number 19. But yeah, these guys just make random decisions. Anytime they reach a node, they make a decision. They cannot move in reverse. So they will make a decision when they reach an intersection on where to go. You drew the sussy eyes. It's so good. Yeah, so we did that in Aseprite here. So we did it together as a crew. We did this, but here's this is the searching animation. So this is the animation we're using when the guy is searching. This is our Baldi. And then when they are seeking Pac-Man, they're gonna switch to this face. They're gonna switch to this face. Reading through some of the original Pac-Man behaviors, you have the ghosts in the original Pac-Man can be in 3 states. They have spreading. They're not actively going after Pac-Man, so they have a spreading behavior where they sort of move into these loops. So there's 4 ghosts. They sort of move into these looping patterns down here like this. This is their scatter behavior. It's called their scatter behavior. They have a search behavior or a chase behavior where they have specific logic where they're trying to get to specific tile locations. And then they have a running behavior where they're trying to get away from Pac-Man. Mine, I think I'm going to do a little bit different because the game's going to be a little bit different than that. I think I'm going to start by implementing those just to play around with those logically. But I think it might be fun to implement some different ones here. I like the idea of a search, so a guy randomly walking, and then if they have line of sight of Pac-Man, they go to where Pac-Man last was. So they start chasing Pac-Man rather than always knowing where Pac-Man is. They might start chasing Pac-Man. We'll see exactly what that becomes if we actually use it. I'm not sure, but we've having a lot of fun with it. The refactor, I did a bunch of this off stream so that way we could work on the AI a bit today or think about how I want to do the AI. What's going on here? Cannot convert. It just had some refactor I did. Let's reload this window. The TF2 hat, Zerkath. Welcome back to the stream. It's true. Metal Gear Catman. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna hop in here. Why does it keep doing this? All right, let's try again. What changes does it think I have? I probably just... Oh, I changed it to next. All right, let's make a branch here. So get checkout. We're gonna make a branch. I like the behavior where it targets 4 places in front of where Pac-Man is traveling. Yeah, I thought that was really sneaky. It was really sneaky. What I want to do is what I'm thinking is I'm going to create an interface called agent that we're going to use that we can have agent behaviors, and we can sort of provide agent behaviors to the different enemies, and then those enemies can select those behaviors. And so if we have different levels, you can have like a wandering behavior, you can have a chasing behavior. Have you guys looked up how the AI works for each ghost in Pac-Man? Yeah, it's really cool. Smab sent me this. I've looked at a couple other places. Here's a pretty good, easy to read explanation. It's actually way more in depth than just chase the Pac. Oh yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Is I want to implement some of these. Is that we're gonna have these different agents that we swap between, but also you can combine them to make interesting decisions. And we're gonna have hopefully some more options on this. So here we go. Let's start with, I want to implement a behavior that I want to implement target tile behavior. Okay. Enjoy your rest, Checks. I hope you get some good rest. Remember to keep coding, keep growing, keep being awesome. We'll see you next time. I would like to add in to our enemy a target tile to them, and this is how they'll decide where they're trying to go. Right now, the enemy actor works in the following way. Let's make this target AI. I'm going to create a branch called AI target tile. The idea with this branch is we're going to add in to our enemy actor a tile that they're trying to get to. And then we'll have these AI strategies that take in that target tile and then choose how they attempt to get there. I think that's how I want to do it. It's 50 seconds of search. Yeah, so it depends on the level, but and it's a little bit different. This particular explanation is that it is 20 seconds. They scatter for 7, chase for 20. Scatter, and then they'll scatter for 7, chase for 20, scatter for 5, chase for 20, scatter for 5, and then chase indefinitely. So it's sort of this pattern, and these numbers change with the level. So depending on how many levels you are, these numbers will change according to this. But we're gonna have different modes, and I kind of have that set up. My modes are named slightly different. Enemy state, searching, chasing, running. So we might switch to scatter. Instead, but I'm not entirely sure so again, this is a Pac-Man inspired game, not a Pac-Man specific game. You dig this, Albert? You digging this, Albert? You digging this, Albert? You know it. I'm digging that, Albert. Albert, thank you for following me. Albert, thank you for the follow. Hyper's asking, what does namespace do? Namespace allows us to organize our code so that it does not conflict. For example, this enemy state is in the Capman namespace. If I go to write a program that is not part of the namespace, I cannot use enemy state unless I explicitly say I want to import everything from that namespace. You can think of it as kind of like folders on your computer, saying which folders do I need to have open to be able to write this thing. So let me give you an example here. Let's go down to our temp directory, make their namespace example, cd namespace example.net new console. I'll show this as an example real quick, just so you can understand it. By default, anything you write falls into the global namespace. So let's say I'm making a class called car. I have a public class car. And car has a public string make, a public string model. Let's say it has a make and model like this. We might do a string make, string model like this, and we might assign these when we construct it. Make model like this. Okay, so we have a car, it has a make and a model. It's in the global namespace. And now I can make these. I can say car Chevy equals new car, new stupid autocomplete car, make Chevy Malibu. All right, so I can make a car here, Chevy Malibu. It's in the global namespace. If I put this in a namespace automotive, okay, you'll find that I actually can't access the car. I could do this. I could say automotive.car. I'd say it's in the namespace automotive. Alternatively, I could add in at the top, say using automotive. And now it's saying, oh, I'm going to import all the things in the automotive namespace. The reason you might do this is you might have different libraries that have a car class in it. You can imagine, all right, there's an automotive, this is manufacturing stuff. I might be making a video game, Need for Speed, for example. So I might have a, race car. And this one might be in racing game, namespace, public class car. And this one has a bunch of different properties. Int max speed, int min speed, like this. Let me make this a record just so I don't have to deal with it too much. So I have a car here now. It's in race car. They both are called car. Okay, they're both called car. But how do I decide which one to use? I can actually do race car, racinggame.car equals new. And then I can specify that I want this one. Racing game, hang on, what is this complaining about? Car is a type but used like a variable. Oh, I have to give it a name. race car, like that. So this is how that is broken down in that way. So we have two different car classes. They're in different namespaces because they're used in different ways. This one's automotive. This one's actually for the racing game. The namespace lets us distinguish between those two. We want to be able to separate them out and reference them in different ways. If I'm doing stuff mostly in automotive, I might use using automotive. If I'm doing stuff mostly in my racing game, I might do using racing game, like this. And then I don't have to say that namespace. Did that answer your question, Hyper? I hope that was clarifying. B spell of awesome New Mexico 5. H1998. I'm gonna call you 1998. 1998. Welcome to the stream. We also got Art Molina. Art Molina. Thank you for following me. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Happy to have you here. Welcome to Captain Coders Academy. So that's namespaces in a nutshell. It is a tool for organizing our code in ways that we can have the same class name without having to worry about conflicting, or allows us to reduce the complexity of conflicting class names. All right. What are we're doing? We're working on our enemy state here. My goal, I'd like to add an AI target tile. So we have our enemy actor. And our enemy actor has a target tile. So I'm going to have in here public tile target. And we're going to give it a get and a set, like this. The enemy actor, I also want to have an agent, and like an AI agent, that's going to be controlling this actor as well. So I'm thinking I want to make a class called behavior, agent behavior or actor behavior, but this is going to be the AI that's controlling it. Need a driver for that car, Chronex. We're going to be driving these enemies around. That's true. That's exactly right. So we have a target tile here, and our agent is going to be in charge of setting where we're targeting. So I want to create a file here. I'm going to create an interface. Let's see. I'm trying to use this tool a little bit more. Let's use our Solution Explorer here. Let's go into our actors. Let's create a file here. I want to create an interface. And the interface I want is an enemy behavior. So we're going to have an enemy behavior. And the enemy behavior basic is going to work in this following way. It is going to return a tile, get target, or calculate target, get target, given a game. So this has all of the state of the game, returns the tile that we want to be going toward. Okay, so this is essentially the enemy behavior. Examine the board. Oh, I suppose it needs to know what it is as well. We could also give it just a board, but the board doesn't know where Capman is. I think we're going to give it a game. The game has all the information. It also needs to know where it currently is on the board, I think. It either needs to know where it currently is or which actor it happens to be. So I'm actually going to make this take in an actor. This is interesting. This is interesting decision I'm making right here. What information do I need to be able to make this choice effectively? I could just have it taken the game and tile current tile, so it knows where it currently is. It doesn't know anything about its speed. It doesn't know anything about the thing it currently is. So I'm wondering if I should do that. I think I give it an enemy actor, because then it actually will know what state it's already in. It would know some other stuff as well. So there's an interesting decision I have to make here. Get target. And then the other thing I was kind of thinking is making this a little bit of a state machine where it knows where it's the target tile it's going towards. And then it also knows next behavior. It knows how to transition itself to a different behavior if it wants to. And in a lot of cases, it's just going to return itself in this situation and say like, well, I'm going to stay in this behavior. So there's some decisions I have to make here. In the spirit of trying to keep things less complicated, I often over-engineer things. One of the things I've been trying to really focus on is not over-complicating things before I need to. Let's try not to overcomplicate it. So in the spirit of keeping these things as simple as possible, I am going to have my enemy behavior just have this get target tile. Get target tile. I could also call it just target tile. I feel like get here implies that a calculation is being done. So get target tile or find target tile, something like that. And with that target tile, we're going to set it here. And now our enemy actor, right now when we reach, this is interesting. This is interesting thought. Right now, we find all the turns we can make. We filter out the ones that would make us go in the opposite direction. And then we randomly pick one. If we have choices, we randomly pick one. That's sort of how the AI currently works. What I'm thinking I'm going to do here is, this is interesting. The AI could also this is interesting. Instead of having a target tile, we could just actually have a get next direction. And this will tell us which direction to do next. This is I think a reasonable option as well, because this allows us to do things. And one of the behaviors could be like a tile targeting behavior that says, oh, well, give it, where's my target? I'm going to go for that thing. This might be a thing that we do instead, actually. It says when we reach an intersection, this will be called, and it actually will choose which direction to move next. So it gives us a game state, gives us a tile, which is our current tile. And then using this information, we could actually calculate where we want to go. We might need to know the direction here because our valid turns accepts an actor here. So this is passing in our actor. So this is telling me that I believe I want to pass in an actor here that we're going to use to do this behavior. And enemy behavior might not be the right thing here now. I think I'm going to do it this way. And then we can have a class that one of the behaviors is to target a tile. All right, let's see if we can refactor here what we have to have a random movement behavior. Okay, we're gonna do a random movement behavior, which is essentially going to be this. So instead of having a target, I'm gonna have an enemy behavior, or maybe call it strategy. I'm not sure, behavior. Let's start with this being private, and we'll need to specify this behavior potential when we start. Behavior. It's true with a U. You French or something? No, I've used Unity. Is this not how we spell behavior? Behavior. This is the American way. This is the British way. Look. We good. Look. Just as Google intended it. Behavior. Behavior, yeah. Should I not do an O in there? A U, I mean? All right, let's do a vote. Let's see how many people are actually paying attention here. See how many people are actually paying. We're gonna do a vote. Aries, you're just in time for the vote. Okay. These are our two options. Vote in progress. 1, behavior. 2, behavior. 3, what was the other option? Javasaurus X gave us behavior. Okay. These are the votes in progress. 1, 2, 3 votes in the chat. All right, let's get our votes in. Votes in the chat. Jerry 63, how are you today? We've got Jerry 63. Welcome to the crew today. Jerry, thank you so much for the follow. Senyin, welcome to the stream. All right, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4 for 1 so far. So let's go ahead and add those in here. 1, 2, we got, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so far for that. We got 1, I see 1, 2 here. We got 1 vote for this. Smab says 1 for English. Let's go. Anyone else want to chime in? Anyone else? I know we should do these in private, but I don't know how to do them in private. I guess you could send the chat here. All right. I went with my guts. I know my audience. It is 6 a.m. here in the morning in America. 6 a.m. in America. So all the people who speak real English. This is how I write, by the way. How's my chicken scratch? Behavior reads like behavior. It's not that wrong, but still, Chronix. Look, I kind of agree with you. All right, we voted on it. We're going behavior must not be null. Okay, so it's just saying that behavior. Ooh, how about this? Look, we could have the best of both worlds. We could name the variable behavior. How do we feel about this one? How do we feel about this? We could name, we could have the best of both worlds. The best of both worlds. We'll name, look at my thing here saying like, you spelled this wrong. Thanks, VS Code. How do you guys feel about this? Does this make anyone uncomfortable? What do you guys think about this? We could spell one with the interface here. My code review senses are tingling. What's wrong with this? What's wrong with this? Thank you for the cloud of disapproval. All right, we'll fix it. All right, here we'll add this to our workspace settings. There we go. Denyon, that's the original spelling in Princeton before it was mutilated to make it easier to spell by language borrowers. I've always been told, and I don't know if it's true. MJT, welcome back, by the way. I've always been told that the reason we lost those was because of the printing press. Which feels like a really reasonable explanation, but I don't know if that's actually true. Need to add a proper English dictionary as well. It's the D. Yeah. Look, Smab, I gotta do it. Smab, there's a lot of things wrong with me. I'm not a wordologist. I just play one on stream. Senyin, I'm so glad you're with us on this beautiful day. Thank you for the hat redeem, Lance. Let's get a hat added to this stack right here. Thank you for the hat redeem. Next, I love all of this. Spelled like that in the UK because the UK was ruled by France for 300 years and its primary language was French in that time. Well, there you have it. The truth from Senyin, folks. The truth from Senyin. Also, I forgot to give a shout out to the DevDad earlier. The DevDad rated us, folks. Oh, DevDad, I'm so sorry. I know you're not here, but folks, if you guys don't know the DevDad, I'm so sorry I forgot to give a shout out. I was so frazzled, so distracted. Be sure to go follow the DevDad creating an app called Embedder. It's out on the Apple Store now. It's out on Android. It's a productivity habit forming app. It's designed to help you learn to form habits. Senyin, Thank you for following me today now, Seth and Yin. Welcome to the crew today. Thank you for the follow, San Yin. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Hope you're having a beautiful day. So we're going to make this behavior here. And the behavior I want to create by default is going to be random behavior. Okay, we're going to create a random behavior. It's going to implement the enemy behavior like this. Okay, implement our enemy behavior. Get next direction. And it's basically just going to do this. It's just going to do this. Oh, I'm going to need a delta in there with it, unfortunately. It's going to need a delta. Let's do var board equals game.board. I need a delta. It's a little bit annoying. I'm getting a little bit fed up with myself here and my terrible decisions that are causing me problems. As we go here. How do you know when to make a get set? I'll answer it in just a moment, Hyper. Good question. Raptine! How you doing, Raptine? Are you doing well? I hope you're doing well. It's great to see you. All right, so we'll do a board current direction. We'll rename that in just a second here. Actor.current direction like this. And then this will be our actor. All right, we're gonna call this direction. And then our actor dot next direction here. Ooh, this actually just returns this. Otherwise, we should return current direction. Return direction like that. Okay. Congratulations on your daily points, Ace Man 800. What a cool name, Ace Man 800. Thank you for following me. Today we got Ace Man 800 following the Captain Coder. Thank you for the follow. Get next direction. I kind of hate that I have to pass in this delta here. Feels really weird to do that. The other option would be to pass in the valid turns so far. That's sort of the other option would be like, well, what are the possible turns I could choose from? And then I have to calculate them ahead of time. The main... Yeah. Actor. I could also somehow calculate it using a small delta. I don't like this. Double delta here. I want to get this in place for now. And then I want to consider this parameter set. These arguments here are really bothering me. I feel like there's too much information that is needing to be passed in. Hyper is asking when to make a get and set though. So Hyper is asking, why do I have a get set here? What is the benefit of doing this? Why would I have this here? These are shorthand. These are called, right now they're acting as auto properties. Right now this thing here is currently acting as what's called an auto property. Well, first off, if you use a get and set like this, it's called a property. Okay. So by using a get set, we have a property. What this is saying is that under the hood state here is actually a method, and it has two methods. There's one that gets a value and there's one that sets the value. I am using what's called an auto property. It says, well, it's, you know, I want getting set to be super simple. I want it to be super simple. You'll also notice down here that I can say that I want to be able to get this outside of the class, but also only be able to set it with inside the class. So there's that as well. I don't know if that makes sense. Is there a way? If I had Visual Studio, I could show you the intermediate language. Can I look at the compiled? Let's look here. Visual Studio Code.NET show intermediate language. How can I view MISL CIL generated by C#? I want to view the intermediate language. This is for JetBrains. Visual Studio Display. Visual Studio Code C#IL viewer. It's pretty old. It's pretty old. I'm wondering if I can get this so we can no longer. I always have to jump through hoops to show this. Let's say IL.NET. Wonder if there is. Does anyone know if there's an intermediate? Let's see if we can find it. .NET C#IL. C#IL viewer. Is this the one that we were just looking at? Let's give it a try, I suppose. Sometimes installing these ones is scary. Look at that. It has no terrible ratings. I'm imagine it's so dated. I imagine it's so dated. I think this is the one that we're just looking at, right? Yeah, it's 8 years old. Maybe I'll open it up in Visual Studio. We can take a look at it. There's no reason I can't open it in Visual Studio. That's too bad. It's too bad. I just can never. I also in Visual Studio, I'm not sure how to do it because I don't do it often. I have done it. Let's open this in Visual Studio. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I get sucked into wanting to use Visual Studio. That's the problem. That's the real problem with opening Visual Studio. It's like, Visual Studio has all the tools that I want, has all the things I want. It's so much more robust, but, you know, I got to, no, I don't want to give you feedback. How dare you ask for feedback in this tool? VS Code is nice until it isn't. So the main reason I use VS Code is that I teach, I'm a computer science teacher, I work with young people, and we use Visual Studio Code at the school where it needs to be cross-platform. It's just the tool that we've chosen. It's the tool that we've chosen. I'm wondering here if I can show you in our enemy actor here. I think I already have it, or it might have been in 2017 version of the tool that I had it. Let's manage extensions. IL Spy integrates IL Spy decompiler into Visual Studio. Ooh, I could probably just get something like this. I should look into which tools I should use. I'm surprised it's not built in by default. Integrates IL Spy decompiler into Visual Studio. There's web tools that do it as well. But it kind of, yeah, it's a little bit rough around the edges. Let's look at IL Spy 2022. IL Spy 2022. Visual Studio extension for IL Spy open source decompiler. IL Spy 2022 VS Code. Visual Studio Code extension. Okay, this might be good. Install extension Visual Studio Code Marketplace. Let's try this. Sharplab.io. Sharplab.io. Oh, I could just do that. That's Smab. That's a really smart idea, actually. Will it let me? Can't do it. Can I tell it to? Oh, not what I meant to do. Lucas, welcome to the stream. All right, Lucas, are you a real person? I'm getting a lot of follows today. I'm getting a lot of follows today. I'm not saying you're not real, but is someone botting me so I can to get me to sing all these names? So I just want to check in. Lucas, is it Luca? Lucas Eugenio. Lucas Eugenio, welcome to the stream. Lucas Eugenio, welcome aboard. I'm so glad you're here today. Ace Man, it's true. Thank you so much for saying hello, Ace Man. I've been getting a lot of... Look, I like the follows. Set it to use future version of C#. Yeah, I've seen this. Okay. So someone was asking about gets and sets. We have a class here. Car. If surely not botting, yeah, I know. Int, let's go string make. Okay. Why would you capitalize that? All right, so we have a public string make. Notice we get a public string make here after it compiles. If I turn this into a property using get, notice I end up with a read-only backing field. It compiles here, and then there's a method that gets generated for us that pulls this out. The nice thing about this is you may end up wanting to, it's pretty good practice to do this. You may end up wanting to change the behavior of how the get works. A set here does something similar. How are you doing the annotations on stream? I'm using a tool called Zoom It. I need to add a Zoom It command. Enough people ask, I need to add a Zoom It command to the stream. It's this tool. It's built into Windows sysinternals. So these add methods here. These are called properties. They act as methods. Hyper. I think Hyper asked, did this make sense? This makes sense. And you're asking when to use it. Typically, anytime you want to have a public variable is a good time to use get. So you want things outside of the product to be able to access it. Usually that's a good time to do it because it adds it to an interface. The get here lets us change the behavior of how this get works later. You often want to start off without a set if possible. If that value needs to change, you might do a private set. Initially say, okay, well, we want to limit how many places in the code this thing can change. By limiting the number of places you can touch this thing, it actually reduces the complexity of your program. It says, okay, well, I know this value can only change within this code unless someone's doing something with reflection. I don't know if that answered your question, but I hope it did. All right, so I'm going to start here with this simple behavior. I'm going to start off with a new random behavior. And we should be able to replace this now. We're saying next direction equals behavior dot get next direction. We have to pass these things in. We don't have the game here. This is telling me, oh, hey, I actually need the game because I need to know where Pac-Man is. This is informing me that I need to change some of these things. I need the game being passed in here. And go up to my parent class here. That makes sense that I'm going to need the game here. Update's going to take in the game. Comes game.board. Game.board here. I didn't need it, again, trying to keep things as simple as possible. Not many of them watch my stream. Some of my students do. I used to be a little bit more... I used to tell them a little about it more explicitly. Now if they find it, for my safety, for their safety, I think it's a little bit better to not do that. Yeah, so let me say that. Okay. They're probably sleeping, yeah. Snabble, welcome back. Thank you so much for your video the other day, Snabble. That was super cool. Super cool. Do you know how you will, it's a contest, right? It's competition. Do you know how you'll place in it or when you'll get the results? Do your students, I think it's pretty badass. Thank you. In college, I'd sleep until 8 a.m. for sure. Yeah, so I work at an online school. My students are aged 10 to 14. So it's mostly, I'd say it's mostly their safety that I have in mind when I, by not telling them about my stream. I used to, my audience used to be no one, right? So when I started streaming, I never intended to grow an audience. I was planning to stream for a very brief amount of time, and so it's kind of turned into a great competition. I was 6 out of 9. The winner was a Tick 80 1 kilobyte thing. That's awesome. Is no one. Smab, I missed something. I don't quite understand that. Oh, Smab is no one. I see. None. I know that guy. Great conversational partner. Maybe I can find it for you. Yeah, go for it. I'd love to check it out. Also, anyone who's new here, I keep meaning to promote this, but we have a showcase on Saturday. Showcase Saturday. I want you guys to come join me on stream. Share what you've been working on. Works in progress are welcome. Music, art, games, web dev, server dev, whatever you've been maybe working on an extension for something, whatever you've been working on, come on Saturday, hop on the stream, share it with us. We'll talk about it. It's always a great deal of fun. And if people sign up, it makes me less nervous. I always get really, really nervous that no one's going to show up. So please, I know it sounds desperate, but it's because I'm feeling a little desperate about it. But come on by. All right, so we have our enemy actor here. Let's see if this will build. Let's make sure our tests pass. I haven't written tests for this though. You can plug whatever you like. I know. I always feel a little weird about it. All right, we have some problems here. Cannot convert. Yeah, Catman. Game, we're gonna pass in this. All right, we'll pass in this. Let's try build again. You missed it, Senyin. Showcase on Saturday. Coming Saturday, the second Saturday in February. That's the 17th. That's this coming Saturday. We're doing a showcase where I want people in the community, I want you to submit your work, join us. You can join in voice, video if you want. If you don't want to join in either of those, if that makes you nervous, just send it along. Show me what you want for me to look at, and I'll look at it on stream. We try and do that. I've been trying to do it every second Saturday. Every second Saturday is what I've been trying to do. I don't always make it. If I use Saturday as an extensive game jam playlist, absolutely. So usually I'd say I limit it to 30 minutes per person. I try to limit it 30 minutes per person. It's usually like 15 to 30 minutes per person. But yeah, come on by. Awesome, Lance. Thank you guys so much for helping me. Yeah. So don't worry about it. I know some people have bigger projects than others. Some of them are quick, but usually it's like 15 to 30 minutes. We just chat about what you're doing. No worries. It's great to get to see what the community's doing. That's, the whole reason I continue to stream is because you guys are so awesome. I've learned so much from all of you. I don't know if you guys know about the programmer ego, but I definitely have that a little bit. I do think I'm a pretty good programmer, but there's so much. I also am aware that there's so much to learn from other people, and having people be so critical of my code and backseat coding has just been such a good experience. All right, let's see if we get a random walk here. Okay, so I added in this agent. These guys are now using the enemy behavior that I added in, which is the random walk. It's a random walk. Okay, I like that. Very cool. So they have this random walk added to them. So you'd actually recommend streaming a project build as a learning method? It has worked well for me. I don't know if I'd recommend it. You need to stream for yourself. I have found a lot of people get... I'm trying to think of the right word. Are disappointed when they stream and no one comes to their stream. And And the audience to be honest, yeah, I feel like I happened to luck into this experience. I've lucked into this experience. You will get people coming in and out, but it's going to be slow at first. It may be forever, right? But I would say, Senyan, join the Discord. Share what you've been working on the Discord. Ask questions. Get people to look at your code. Look at other people's code. Join projects. This project that I'm working on right now, this Pac-Man project, go... If it's inspiring you, maybe try and do your own Pac-Man game. Maybe Pac-Man's kind of complex. Maybe it's too much. Maybe work on something a little bit like a different type of project. Just make little small projects. It doesn't have to be games. It can be web dev. It could be whatever. Whatever you want. It's so fun. The winner's card. Let's check that out. Let's check that out real quick. Let me try not to get too distracted. Snabble. I need to add that here. We'll look at that after the break. After the break. Q. Look at Love Bite 2024. There we go. All right, so we're gonna pause there. All right. Very, very cool. So yeah, streaming. I don't know. For some reason, excuse me. I've had a very enjoyable time. I've met all of you wonderful people. My coding has improved drastically. I didn't do game dev before this. Historically, I haven't done a lot of game development, but my skills as a game developer are so improved because people who are better than me are trying to participate and say, hey, why are you doing it this way? Maybe you do it that way. Maybe you can do it this way. Giving me feedback constantly on stream, and I really, really appreciate it. So we have our random behavior here. Let's create a new behavior. I'm gonna create a new behavior, and this behavior is gonna be target tile behavior. Okay, so we're gonna have a target tile behavior, and the target tile behavior is going to try and move towards a specific tile. So when it gets to one of these intersections, rather than randomly selecting a turn, it wants to pick the turn that will move it towards the tile that it wants to get to. Okay, so we're gonna have a target tile behavior, and we're gonna come in here. It needs to have, and maybe it shouldn't be public. It might need to be private. Public tile target. So I'm gonna do a get private set. We could always create a new one. You know what? I'm gonna make this have a constructor here. Tile target, and you can just create a new one. All right, so we're gonna make this a read only. Smab, you see that? You see that? I'm using it. I went and I read about it. This is another thing. I wasn't using this syntax before. Smab mentioned it on stream. I'd seen this before, but Smab was like, you should really be using this. And I went and I looked it up. Really, really cool stuff. Really, really cool stuff. I'm using the Win stuff now too as well. I refactored some of this other stuff. This is the type of thing that I wouldn't have been doing well in C# yet. I'm sure I might have, I'm not sure. I suspect I would have gotten to this eventually, but not, I wouldn't be doing it right now. Maybe, I don't know. I've had an incredibly good experience. Lazy Git plugin for VS Code. I haven't. Permit Senyan. You want to drop a link to it? I'll check it out. I might not check it out today, but drop a link and I'll try and take a look. You can also drop it on the Discord and resources. On the Discord, you know, it might actually make a lot of sense to put it on the Discord in the resources. I have too many channels. If you think it's a really good resource here, putting it here would be helpful for other people as well. If you happen to be on the Discord, I don't want to make anyone join the Discord who doesn't want to. But I'm probably much more likely to see it there as well. Shout out to BK's project. It's true, folks. You want to help? You want to help out the Burger King dev? BK, I hope you don't mind that I say that. Folks, go check out BK Dev. Oh, hang on. Shout out. I know we're getting a little distracted here, but BK Dev, I actually think BK Dev is a really good streamer. I think BK Dev's a really good streamer. Just starting out, the voice. I think it's the voice, BK. It's your voice. Give BK a follow, folks. Go check out BK Dev. I've really enjoyed the stuff you've been working on. It really is inspiring me to see you doing stuff, and you saying that I've encouraged you to do it just inspires me more. So give BK some love. Where would you send a beginner to learn the basics? There's many places to start. The best thing I would say is just do something. I think C# is a fantastic starting language, so much that I use it with my intro students. I almost closed this tab. I've written a book. I've written the first part of a book called Adventures in C#. This is designed for young kids, but adults have told me it's worked out well for them as well. C#, I need to go through and fix it. There's some updates I got to make to it. This is a good place to start. I think it's a good place to start. I don't think it's the best place to start, but it's a free place to start, and it's my self-promotion here. I think the best book available for learning C# is this one, the C# Player's Guide. It costs $35. Costs $35, which I know for people in some places in the world, it is cost prohibitive, but I absolutely think this is the best book for learning C#. It's very engaging. The exercise is good. And the author runs a very active Discord, so you can ask the author questions. That community is incredible. And then the last one I would say, if that's cost prohibitive for you, the yellow book is pretty good as well. Rob Miles' yellow book, not bad. G, I'm doing absolutely wonderful. You're probably talking to someone else, but G, talking to BK Dev. G, I hope you're doing well. Do I get the sword when I get it? Yeah, you get a picture of it. R2010, welcome to the stream. Happy to have you here on this beautiful day. And Art, welcome back to the stream. It's wonderful to have you here. Art, how have you been? What have you been working on? Not BK. Sorry. Nice try. You're almost there. Todd Makes Games. It's wonderful to see you. Profits. How you been, buddy? Hope you're doing wonderful. We are making progress on our AI. Todd Makes Games. It's great to have you here. I hope you're having a beautiful day. BK, you're almost there. Here, let me give you points, and to help you on your way, here's 1,000 bonus points. You were brave enough to try. Maybe you'll get there someday. You're so close. A bro background. I'm gonna go with a bro BG. Let me know if you want me to say it differently. A bro is here, and you're following me. Today we got a bro following me, and I got to say thank you there. Thank you for the follow. E-Meta followed me. We got E-Meta following me. E-Meta, thank you so much. Bro, welcome to the stream. Cheers, I love that. Welcome to the stream. Blast Codes, thank you for popping in. Thank you for hanging out. Not receiving points. I need a thing that says, I need a command called affiliates. I need a command called affiliate or something to explain this. I have to explain it. It makes sense. I have to explain it. You'll notice Captain Coder has no points. There's no points on Captain Coder. I'm not an affiliate, so there's no button. There's no points button. So we have to go the hard route. So you have to exclamation points. There's no points in getting points. Exclamation points, and you scroll down under commands. You'll find some info there. You're broke. You do get points, though. You do get points. Thank you for being here, Napalm. I hope you're having a beautiful life. Not Lambo rich. I'm rich, but not Lambo rich. Yeah. Even Captain Coder can't afford a Lambo. 99 points. Not bad. Not bad. Points. Add all for being here, everybody. All you beautiful people. 125 bonus points to you. You give. You give instead of add. If you do give, you can give points. Okay. So I want to have a target tile behavior here, target tile behavior. And rather than randomly selecting it, E-Meta, what a cool sword emo. I like that one. You know what to do, exclamation point hat. You know, look, or you could save them. You could save them. Blast code, you could save those points for that Lambo, that sweet, sweet Lambo. That sweet, sweet Lambo. So, all right, so this target tile, we need to figure out which direction to go towards it. We could do a really dumb thing. Where we just say, okay, well, if the tile is above me and I can go up, I go up. My tile's to the right, further to the right, we go right if we can. We'll do a little bit of thinking about how to approach this. Raptine, if I was an affiliate, there would be ads. That's correct. If I was an affiliate, you'd have to watch ads. Because I'm not an affiliate, there are no ads. Perhaps if you sold one of your Bugattis, you could afford a Lambo. Bugattis are expensive in the maintenance. It's true. You'll save the amount you'll save in maintenance. Code Mug, thank you for the hat redeem. Let's get a hat added to the stack. Thank you for the hat redeem. Oh yeah. Thank you for the hat. Thank you for the hat. Appreciate it. Hat much better hats than Lambos. It's true. Maybe we need a Lambo hat redeem. It's 5. You know, get a little deal instead of 10 million plus 500. Be 10 million and 250. Get yourself a little discount there. There's no camera. I have no tracking software. I don't have any camera track. When I've used tracking software, it does not work well. Here, I'll turn on the tracking. I have to be all zoomed out. If I use the tracking, and then you guys can see my thickness. See my thickness. So if I turn that off, oh, now it's stuck on. Oh no, I can't turn it off. How do I turn it off? There it goes. Hang on. Why? Oh no, we're stuck this way. There it goes. So I just have a remote that I can manually zoom in. You have the forehead cam here. All right, there we go. Perfect. Those eyes, they look into me. They see so deeply. Okay. The ads are a bit of a pain. Yeah, so I don't like the ads. So I don't know. I don't need the money. I don't think I'd be making much money off of it anyway. That said, I've said if I get up to 200 concurrent viewers, I'll apply for partner. If I get to 200 concurrent viewers, I'll apply for partner. I'm not promising I'll get partner, but I'll apply for it if I get to 200 average concurrent viewers. Okay, we need to take a break. We've been going for over 90 minutes. Does partner mean partner means I'd have to run ads. All partner means is I'd get a checkbox next to my name. I don't know why I drew that there. Partner means I get a checkbox. What does the dot notation do? I assume it is a link feature. Great question. So this is new in C# 12. This is a collection. I forget the exact word. Collection initialization, syntax, C#. I think it's a collect objects and collection initializers. Yeah, so this is new. Is this right? Let's look for dot. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. So let me, I can give an example of what it does. Essentially, it's saying take this thing here. So you'll notice I am using link here. This is an I enumerable of direction. Okay, this dot dot here and the square bar syntax or square bracket syntax is saying I want this to be turned into an explicit type. Because I have direction array on the left side, it will automatically convert it to a direction array. If I wanted to be a hash set, I could do this, and this it allows the compiler to try and optimize and select the best way to convert this thing. So it's me telling the compiler, hey, I want you to choose the best method for me. I trust you more than I trust myself to choose the best method. I could, previously, I would have done toArray like this. But now I've explicitly said I want it to run this method. I've told it explicitly I want to run this method. This may not be the best method to turn it into this data type. It may not be the best method. Under the hood, it might actually say, oh, well, it turns out turning this, when I compile, I'm actually going to turn it into a read-only span or something because I see you don't ever modify the contents of this. Maybe it knows some secret, it can analyze the code somehow. It allows for the future compilation process to be faster. Collection initializer, yeah. Does it work with async? That's a good question. I'm not sure. That's a good question. I'm not sure. Seems great with its little features like this. It's great, but it's also more overhead for you to learn. Also, Decent Wiz, welcome to the stream. Thank you for your question. There's overhead. So that the downside to this is now you have overhead that you're required to learn. And some people might consider it bloaty and hard to learn all of the new syntax. So it's not all positives for having these features. I love these features. I'm starting to find, so I always say C# is a great, I've been saying C# is a great starting language. I'm starting to find that there are aspects of C# that have these really nice features that make it, I think, a little bit less nice as a starting language because now you have 9 different options to do this thing. Which one's the best option? Which one's the best option? Okay, well, do my students actually need to know what this is doing? Probably not. But, if someone asked them, well, why are you doing that? The answer they might give is, well, this is what I've seen. It seems easy, blah, blah, blah. There are real reasons. I thought it had something to do with Haskell infinite lists, so I was a bit confused on how it worked here. Yeah, so it's not quite like Haskell's infinite. So, can we do that? Let me see. Int array x's equals 1. We can't do this. Can I implicitly convert to range? Do you draw class diagrams UML before writing a program? Usually not. Semper Fides, not typically. I have Thindle. Thank you for the hat, Redeem. Are we out of? We're almost out of basic hats. All right, Thindle. Thank you for the hat, Redeem. Let's add a hat to this stack here. Let's add a hat to the stack. I gotta reallocate here. Oh, I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. It's true. Thank you for the hat, Redeem. I appreciate you, Thindle. It has to do with the parity and pattern matching and initialization. Yeah. Do I have to do 2? I thought I could do something that needs a top hat. Yeah, I don't have any top hats. Napalm Codes, thank you for the hat, Redeem. I need to add an audio cue because I miss these too frequently. Need to add an audio cue here. Let's put this one in between. Let's add a hat to our stack here. Thank you for the hat, Redeem. Really gotta. These ones make it, this whole hat stack thing start falling apart. I might stop using that. Do you have to do 2? Yeah, I don't know. Let's go. I know. I think I can do something like, can we add recursive hat where the hats start wearing hats? Well, it's essentially what's happening here. Can I implicitly convert to type system range int? Thought there was. Have any suggestions for me? No, that's okay. In Haskell, you could do this. Haskell has some cool features that lets you do this type of thing. Yeah, I know I could do enumerable.range. So I do 1, 10, like this. I could do that. I could do that. So this creates my array for me. And says, hey, by the way, this thing, expando magico on this thing. All right, we gotta take a break. We gotta take a break, folks. I'm gonna get myself some tea. I'm gonna get myself some water. We're gonna be back with some more pack. Don't go anywhere, folks. Don't go anywhere. The captain shall return. Hang tight. Hang tight. Code Monk, don't let go! Folks, Captain's back. Did you miss me? I missed you. I missed you.
You in the back.
We're gonna get
Pay attention.
We're gonna get some stretches in here, folks. Code Muck, thank you for the welcome back. Thank you for the welcome back, Lance. We're gonna get some stretches in here, folks. I'm gonna encourage you to stand on up with the captain every 60 minutes, every 90 minutes, 2 hours top. Sometimes we go over 2 hours, sorry. Usually we try and take a break, get our bodies up, stand on up, folks. Stand on up. I'm gonna encourage you, I'm gonna implore you, I'm gonna engorge you to get on up, get that blood flowing, get that body moving a little bit. Let's start off with a nice stretch up. Reach those hands up. Get up on those tippy tops. Engage the. Ooh, I'm kind of sore here today. Ooh, that's a good feeling. Reach on up, stretch. Lean to the left. Oh yeah. Lean to the right. Oh, taking care. That sounds preventing those repeated stress injuries, those RSIs. Lean back to the left. Oh, one more time. Lean it over. Oh yeah. Go ahead and let it down there. Oh, let's get some arm rolls in here. Get those shoulder rolls. Take those shoulders, move them up, back, and down. Roll them back. 2, 3, 4. Add the elbows. 2, 3, 4. Full arms. 2, 3. Ouch. 4. Roll them forward. I hit my desk. 2, 3. 4, add the elbows. Don't hurt yourself, people. 3, 4, full arms. 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, shake it out. Take care of yourselves. Get that body moving. Let's do a forearm stretch. You don't want to end up with carpal tunnel. Captain Coder has some carpal tunnel. You don't want the carpal tunnel. Take those palms, press them together, bring them down until you get a little bit of tension in those forearms, and you're gonna hold it. I'm gonna take my watch off. It always gets in the way of this one. Bring those arms down. If you don't feel anything, you can push it out and away from yourself. Just get that nice little tension there. Hold it to get that little stretch. Taking care of yourself, taking care of that body. I know, Code Monk. I know. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Doesn't it feel great? Oh, did the stream? It looks like our stream might have died. It's showing that I'm dropping frames. Am I still here? Am I still here? Can you hear me? Did the stream die? Oh no. Oh no, let's check it out. Did the stream die? What's going on here? Did we lose it?